Now, we're going to take a look at the precast upstatement unit here. Okay. Now, there are several different ways to do this. You could make another family similar to how we created these. Excuse me, to do that job. That'll work. That's fine. In my case, I'm going to create a profile that I can use to extrude around all of the upstands here. If we take a look at that, what are the important things here? The important thing in terms of the profile is to make sure that we get the insertion point correct. So we want the insertion point to be here. All right, right up on that corner there. Now, to detail this, before we even get into creating the profile, you can see that I've got a Bowder roof here that has insulation in it. So I need some insulation going up here. I probably need some insulation on the top, and I'll definitely need some insulation coming down on the outside here as well. And then this area here will be detailed up separately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a wall, just an insulation wall, and I'll place that wall in here, and then I'll place it on the outside. For the flat piece here, I need to create a family with just insulation in it. Sorry, a floor with just insulation in it. And I might do that last, and I'll show you why. So on average, what I'm going to have is 80 mil of a surround here now. So what I can do is we can go into annotating our detail line, thin lines here. Okay, and I'll just come out 80 mil and all the way here. Okay, skip once, go up. We'll go up 80 mil. Okay, we'll come out somewhere like that, and it'll be 80 mil out here. And let's see how far down we can get this. So we might even go as far as there, something like that. All right. Now let's just do a little tidy up here so we can fill up these. And make that one bring it across here. Okay. Now, so that'll be insulation there. And just to highlight that point, we're going to go and take some. Now, this is not what I'm going to do in terms of, I just want to show you this here. Insulation is 80. Enter there. So we'll have insulation here. We will have insulation there. And then we will have insulation all the way up here. So I'm going to create that with a wall, and a floor-based system family there. Now, so once I've got this covered in insulation, now I can start to think about the profile here. What else do I need to do here? Well, I'm going to have the waterproof surface on top here, and I'll have that turned up here. I'll probably have a little angle fillet in there. Let's draw that in. So it'll be about 45, something like that. So the waterproofing will come up here, go up as far as there, something like that, and be tucked in. And whether we finish this with a render and then a counter flashing, something in along those lines, because, and again, I'm going to use a construction line here. I think I created these construction lines. They're really handy. And they're red. Now, so I'm going to draw roughly what the profile of my extrusion is going to be from here. Okay, so we'll start maybe about 10 mil above this. All right, and then you can see that it is 280. All right. Now, if I wanted to match kind of what I've got down here, and I think I'll do that. So I'll come up about maybe 60 here, and I'll just go at that angle, something like that, right? Sorry, my mouse is playing up. Oh, okay, so delete that, and let's do that again. Maybe something like this here, and then what I like to do is take that and just mirror them from the center point here. Let's pick up the center point. Okay, and there they are there. Now, So you can see I'm just trying to get a bit of a shape into this as well. Now I can take these two and just using my arrow keys, I'll move them up to around there, because what I'm going to do here now, and again, I can edit this at any point. I just put a little slope on that, and I'll come something like that, and it'll be something like that, something like that. Now, so what I want to do now is I want to offset. I'm going to modify, and we'll offset 10 mil here. Let's do 25 actually. Okay. Now, I'm going to just escape out of that. Okay, so I can see that one. Okay. And then maybe we don't have that line in there. So again, we'll just go annotate detail line, come out maybe 5. Now the 25 is just giving you a little bit of playroom more than anything else. Okay, and let's just tidy this one up and we'll fillet these two. Now, so if that is the rough shape of my precast unit, and I think that all of that is kind of quite fine. So I'll delete that, and I will fillet these two. Okay, now you could get a little drip in here as well if you wanted to. I'm always wary of those kind of little finicky bits, particularly on an extrusion, because sometimes it can cause problems. But let's chance it here, okay? So we go back into our annotate detail line, and we'll just go maybe 15, something like that. Let's split, modify, split here, and we'll just do now. So I got a little drip on that as well. So do I want to bring this down a little bit so that it's sitting a bit more cleanly on that? I think I will. So I'm going to select that, and I'll select these ones, and then this one over here, add to the selection, and just drop them down maybe till it's about something like that, because it's easier to manipulate the insulation than it is to manipulate a precast unit that's come in. Now that is not bad. So something like that. Now this would be fixed. This would have points where, again, like with our flat, oh gosh, and I forget the name that Pierce called them again. It's the units that'll come out that'll sit down on the slab there. So these will be something similar. Okay, it'll sit down here, and in terms of making it straight, I'm not quite sure how we go about doing something like that. Okay, so we might just have to plant these down, and there could be whatever. There is lots of different solutions that we could have already. Something that's planted in the concrete, which gives us the straight that we're looking for, or even maybe something that comes in here or something like that, so that sits upon. You could have an angle or something like that that comes out that sits there. Now I just want to move this one up a little bit, so I get a nice shadow gap running through there as well. Now, so if that's roughly my profile, something like that, okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can extrude that the whole way around. So I need to create the profile. So I'm going to go into File, New, Family, and go up into the family templates here, and it is metric. Now I don't want to do face based or floor based. There's line based as well there. I think I'm just going to do a straightforward profile here. Okay, I'm not going to do anything much more than that. Now, as I've said to you many times before, the intersection of these two lines is the insertion point. All right, is the insertion point. So let's go back to our section here. Okay, so I'm going to do something here again, because these are just sketch lines at the moment. I'm going to go into my annotate my detail line. So what I want is there to there, and then here to here. Okay, so I want to be able to pick out. So I'm going to pick that one, add to the selection with that one, add to the selection all these, add to the selection all these, add to the selection this one and this one. Come down, add to the selection here. Now I should have all the units picked here, so I'm going to put it on the copy clipboard and go into my reference level here and just paste it from the on the board, something like so. Okay, so I'm going to move this, and that's why I put those lines there. So now I've got my should have been right into the intersection there. So I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference, but look, let's just add everything in. Okay, and this one is fine, and that one is fine. So move all these there into that intersection. Now we got that spot on. Right. Now again, you can see that these are fairly hefty units, and that's pretty wide at the top there, but actually there's a bit of counterbalance in that as well. So that's not too bad. Now, because we got our line work sorted there, what we are going to do is we're going to take that one out, delete that one, and delete that one. So any of the ones I don't need, we'll do it like that. Now that is basically it, because that's the same type of line work there. Do you know what I mean? It's so it should, so long as it is closed, so it starts here and ends there, and there's no gaps in it. I think that should do. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's do a file save as here. Save the family. Now I'm going to put this into my UK library. So I have my UK library set up into my C drive, which means just makes it a little bit easier to access. And I'm going to go down to profiles, and we're going to go down to wall profiles. Okay, and we're going to call this precast. Precast parapet. Is it parapet or parapet? I never know. One. Okay. Now, so that's in there. Now that we've saved it, we're going to load it into the project as well. Okay, so it's loaded into the project. Now, let's get up to our 3D here. And now I know one thing that's definitely going to happen here, okay, is the direction of the extrusion. So my parapet could end up on the inside or the outside here. So let's try it and see what's on there. Okay, so let's go in this again. Component, place a model in place down here. Walls. And parapet one. Okay, so it's a sweep we're doing. That's the obvious thing. We're going to pick the path. Now I can pick that. And you can see, always be careful. See that there? See the way it's left out this bit? So you need to be careful in choosing the path here. Okay. And again, that bit and that bit. Now, around as far as there, that's fine. Now, so we've finished picking the path. We want to load a profile here. So we're going down to, we probably have the profile in there already. So select a profile maybe. Hit the drop down box here, and let's see if we got the precast parapet. We do. Now that's exactly what I meant. It's it has come in the wrong side. Okay, so that always happens to me. All right, so we will just we'll cancel out of this. We'll discard the sweep now, and we'll just cancel out of that as well. Right, we're going back in here, and we are going to select all of these here. We're going to filter and just take out the reference planes. Okay, and we're going to mirror, but not copy. along here. Okay, that's that one. And I'm going to do a file, save as, family. And this will be precast Parapet 2. All right. Now, I'm quite sure there's a way to figure this out, but I don't have time to get into that just yet. Now, load that one into the project. So back up here again, and we'll do this. You'll know this off by heart now at this stage. Okay, so architecture, model in place. Walls, Parapet 2. Okay, and it's a sweep. And we're going to pick the path, and we're going to be careful again and do this correctly. Now, sweeps are notoriously fickle, all right? So you can take your time with them. Now, we're going to select a profile, and we're going to load Parapet 2. There you go. Okay. Now, let's see how successful we are. So, not very successful. Now, because it's going to come up and it's going to come around the corner. And what it doesn't like is kind of sharp angles and things like that. So I'm going to just try that one more time. And let's see how we get on. So we'll do it from out here, I think. Let's see. I want to get all of that in place. So I just want to find out whether I've done something wrong here in terms of is that wall lining up directly with this wall, you know, and little things like that can throw the sweep out completely. So we'll try that again. And this is Parapet 2. Okay. So sweep, big path. Now, this time I'm going to do this, but watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get up and get in and pick that one as well. And I'm going to use my trim tool to trim this one to that one and trim that one to that one. Now, that might have a little bit of a difference. We'll select our profile, Parapet 2. Okay. Now, let's hope. There you go. All right. So there's my parapet gone around. So finish that. Now, let's select it. Do I have a material on this? So let's see if there's a material here. And if there's not, we'll go into the type properties here and structural material. And we'll pop in here and just pick precast concrete. Okay, that's yeah, we'll use precast for this one here. I'll use that one there. Okay, apply and okay. Now, so that's my parapet going on there. That's one way to do it. Let's get into the section and see what it's like. And have I got the section in the right place? Maybe I don't. So let's try this section. Nope. I've got the right section, but just bear with me here because we came around, I thought we came around that corner, didn't we? Maybe I'm spun around on myself here. So let's just put in another. There's that section there. There we go. Right, there's my power. So here's my space for my insulation and everything else that I need to do. Oh, I noticed that that's gone out a little bit there. So that's interesting. Now we can always go back in and just change the profile if necessary. That's so simple to do. Load it back in and this will update automatically if we do something like that. What I would like to be able to do if I get back into the 3D here is kind of split this maybe. You know, it's not going to come in as one massive unit like that. It's going to come in as shorter units. So I'm going to look at a way as to see if we can create a split in this so that it's individual units rather than a whole unit together. All right.